Hello there. I'm Michael. My single life has been over after she appeared. She's Bianca. She's 5 years old younger than me, and she used to be my ex. Who knows that I will meet her in such a reluctant situation? The story that we used to love happened about 2 years ago, when I was still a senior year student in my university. Bianca was just a high school student. Our love was totally pure, unlike the imagination about the long-term jail story. The problem here is that you are trying to know the reason why we broke up, right? Actually, the reason is quite bullshit. It's because Bianca was so childish. You can't imagine having a girlfriend who is always hanging on her boyfriend like a monkey. I went to the library, she followed, but instead of sitting quietly reading a book, she made me read the story for her. I took her to eat. She did not eat seriously but asked for snacks. As a result, in the middle of the night, she woke me up just to go buy some food for her. I forgot to bring her a bread to eat, and she cried and staged to sit down. My God, whatever the hell it is, she always has a reason to bully me. But wait, I haven't told you about Bianca's appearance yet, right? She's as an angel, extremely beautiful and lovely. That's why I was lured from time to time without being able to scold her. But then finally that day had happened. If I remember correctly, it was a rainy day. I was late for the ride to the dorm. It was too late, so it was very difficult to catch the bus to get back on time before the dormitory was completely closed. Out of solution, so I called Bianca. She lived nearby and was alone, so I wanted to stay overnight. Although it was a bit embarrassing to open my mouth because I had never been alone with a girl in a house. Bianca was very happy to welcome me home. She drove me to the bus stop where I was waiting, and then I drove her home. Next, this is the nightmare of my life. Going to Bianca's home is a mistake. You know what the first thing I saw was when I went to Bianca's house? It is a scene of a pile of trash filling the room, which is Oshi, Coca-Cola, chocolate, beer, almonds, melon seeds, etc. More like a slum. Referring to the house, I got goosebumps again because that night I seemed to have a sleeplessness because of the sound of mice crawling back and forth across the room. Bianca, after coming to the room, immediately threw away her bra, and there was a pile of laundry which was so smelly. Furthermore, the piles of bowls. I don't know how long they've been soaked that flies and mosquitoes flew round and round over them. Remembering that horrible past, I was nauseous, because I'm a very clean person, and my lover is so dirty. She's always being pure when with me. Fragrant and clean girl. Oh my God, I was disillusioned. After that horrible night, all of my feelings had dropped seriously. Bianca's childish personality made me even more frustrated and more determined that my breakup is a right thing. And so, I had an argument with Bianca. She cried a lot, but her face was not that whiny of love, but rather depressed. I did not know what that feeling was, but I really wanted to hug her and apologize. In the end, I didn't do so. I continued to talk about Bianca's difficult personality and decisively left. So after that, I lost contact with Bianca. She blocked me from all social media. My life returned to the trajectory it once had, but until now, I still miss Bianca as a habit. I don't know if I was stupid or have problems with my nerves. Returning to the time after 2 years, I graduated and found a good job. I started moving closer to the company to make it easier to travel and save money. I surfed the internet and typed in the accommodation for rent, because I didn't have much money, so if you live with a roommate, it will reduce a decent amount of money. I posted a search for a friend who wanted to share a hostel when someone commented and invited me to stay with him. His nickname was Bian. I felt the name as familiar, but then I brushed off my thoughts and continued to learn more about this guy. He said, "Hello, buddy. I have an empty room and I need a roommate. If you don't mind, please live with me." An interesting invitation. I agreed and decided to get there tomorrow. The thing is, that guy has a business trip tomorrow, so he would leave the key behind the flower pot in front of the house. I wasn't shy. If they trust me, I will happily agree to live together. But the house we shared together made me disillusioned again. The outside looks formal and fashionable. This is a very good hostel. Good, until I went inside. Oh man, it was terribly dirty. I have just come into the house when it was very smelly. I spent the whole weekend to clean up the room that looked better as it used to be. After finishing, the house was beautiful again. I was so tired, I fell asleep until the next morning. When I woke up the next morning, I heard a sound of cooking in the kitchen. But before I could say hello, the stove was on fire. The dishes were scorched. I quickly extinguished and put off the fire, and cursed that idiot. When he had just looking up, that was a girl. What? But that girl was none other than Bianca. Damn it! I was about to leave when the area police announced the pneumonia epidemic outbreak. This area had just discovered a person who has been infected with a virus, so we were both stuck. They blockaded the area so I couldn't escape. I finally calmly and seriously asked Bianca why she was fooling me. She appeared to be innocent because she didn't say that she was male. Yeah, that's right, because I didn't learn about that guy well. Looking at the avatar, there was a movie actor. I immediately thought it was a man. Probably my mind has a real problem. She said because she lived so messy, no one wanted to live with her, so she defied inviting men to come live with, and I used a virtual nick to post. So Bianca didn't know it was me either. I don't know who to blame, and I had to accept my fate. The days of isolation was like hell. I was like a valet of Bianca. Everything she messed, I had to clean. She was also greedy, too. Anything she cooked was all burned, so I was in charge of the main cook. But when she focused on work, she looked very attractive, too. Now that I find Bianca is also very sensitive, watching romantic movies and crying like children. Sometimes I still have to coax her like the time we were in love. The eyes and pink cheeks looked so cute. Unexpected thing is that she is sleepwalking. At midnight, she woke up and went into my room. I thought she wanted to get something, but before I could ask, she fell on my body and fell asleep. She was too heavy for me to lift. I could only push to the spot next to me and let her sleep with me. That night, I could not sleep because she kept hugging me like a teddy bear. And the next morning, when she woke up, she yelled and cursed me as perverted. Oh my gosh! It was shocking. After that time, I and Bianca didn't talk to each other for a whole week. But strangely, she gradually became lazy to eat, slept a lot, and deeply. No matter what I call, she wouldn't listen. When I approached and touched her forehead, she had a very high fever. I was so scared. I called the doctor and they diagnosed the fever as normal. I didn't know why, but I couldn't sleep. I'm always on Bianca's side to monitor her health condition. Bianca got healthy back again. I couldn't hold myself back and hugged her. I realized that I still love Bianca up to now. She said that she couldn't forget me either. As a result, we became partners in a situation that no one expected. Now that we have announced that we'll get married after this epidemic period, our friends have always jokingly said, God gives me what I hate. What do you think of our love? Have you ever experienced the feeling of hating someone but still love so much? Let me know in the video comments below.